The Bone Temple has a flaccid weekend at the box office. Oscar noms coming out this week. Dunesday, anyone? Kathleen Kennedy says. And comedy stuff. All of that and so much more coming up here on News Dump. Credit to me. Don't even need writers. I can do it on my own.
Yeah, you're so good at your job, Goo.
What's up, big dog?
What's happening?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing at all, huh?
Yeah, really nothing. I'll tell you right now, uneventful news dump. You guys can just turn it off.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks for coming. Thanks for the click. Like, rate, review, subscribe. See you out there.
No, Mac, what is in the news? I will tell you what is in the news. Netflix boss Ted Sarandos now claims that they will keep the 45-day theatrical window for their Warner Brothers movies, saying, I'm giving you a hard number. We're competitive people. We want to win. I want to win opening weekend. I want to win the box office. This is via the New York Times. Why even give the number of the window? Keep it ambiguous. Wouldn't that make people want to go to the movies more?
45 days is too long, Goo. It's too long. Like, outside of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies in a given year, 45 days is too many days. I run into this issue. I don't know if you do, but if I do, I'm assuming most people do.
If Mac does, Mac's the common
man. Well,
man.
We like movie theaters. We like movies more than most. But if I see a movie's coming out and there's a lot of marketing and a ramp up, and then I miss the first couple weeks, and then my interest starts to go down. Like, you know what? I've already missed a couple weeks. I'll wait till it comes to streaming. And then if there's another 2 months, 3 months before it comes to streaming, I lose interest entirely. And then I don't watch it for 4 or 5, 6 months. So there's like a finite amount of time where the interest wanes, right? Talk about this when we talk about movies anyways, waning. And 45 days is simply too long of a window for most movies. Sure, you're 1 or 2 tent poles on the year. Keep them in there for 45, 2 months, whatever. But most movies, it should be 3 or 4 weeks. No more. The second month, by the end of the second month, it should be on streaming.
What are we going to get when Netflix suddenly costs $50 or $60 a month? Like, what are they going to give us extra?
You have to imagine at some point they're going to go bankrupt because, 15 years ago when they were still hawking DVDs and Blu-rays, there was an appeal there. There was something to it. Then when they transitioned over to streaming with the rest of the world, they
started it though. They were the forefront.
No, you're right about that, but they've sort of lost their advantage, right? Some of their advantage was that distribution system they had and that name brand recognition. And now everyone streams. And now Netflix has this identity and reputation of producing not so good original movies. The show's pretty good. Movies, not so much. So they now have had to go out and buy a movie studio. They bought Warner Brothers. And sure, let's let Warner Brothers still function the way they're going to do. And maybe we can control the theatrical window a little bit more. But it seems like they're grasping at straws because they know they need a competitive advantage on the other streaming services, which is great. But if your streaming service starts getting to $20, $25, $30, now we're just getting back into cable, right? And this is...
I do think cable's coming back.
Time is a flat circle.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay any money for Netflix. So that's where I'm at.
I don't want to pay money for anything, really. That's how I live my life. You know what they should do is they should have a 3-tiered window of like 60 days, 45 days, 30 days. But when the movie is released in theaters, they shouldn't tell us what that window is. And it's TBD. And then you think, oh, I'm going to be able to watch The Roofman in 30 days. And they say, no, this is a 60-dayer. We didn't want to tell you ahead of time.
Or if you're going to crack down and not let anyone use Netflix out of a given home, right? A given IP address. Well, then add the additional thing where, all right, my new movie by Warner Brothers is in the movie theater for 45 days. But if I want a premium membership, I pay an extra $10, $15 at home. I can watch that immediately at home.
No. We just stumbled into this, Mac. Thank you. You know what? You are a smart man. If you have Netflix, you should get a discounted ticket price on the movie when it's in theaters.
Yeah, that's still not going to get me to go. Still not going to get me to go.
But it might.
Like, obviously, after 45 days, the Warner Brothers movies are going to hit Netflix.
Yeah.
Not on the 46th day, but at some point after the 45th day. You know, I don't want to pay for your service for the right to watch a movie that you own in 3 months. I want it when it comes out.
Okay, so when it comes out, I'm going to say now what they're going to do. Remember how they used to have those half-price theaters? When the movie was past its run, they'd put it into like a second chance theater where it's $1 for like an afternoon showing.
I don't remember that at all. That was the thing.
You didn't grow up in the 1960s? So I'm pretty sure those are a real thing.
Okay.
So what they could do now, actually, and hear me out, is after those first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they then tell you because you have a Netflix account, you can see the movies in theaters for free because you're already paying $200 a month for Netflix.
Yes, second chance theaters, also called discount or second run theaters, are a thing, but they're much rarer now due to streaming, though some still exist, often showing older films at lower prices, and distributors sometimes bring back popular movies for special
Town Fair
showings.
Tires. Name brands at discount prices.
I never heard of that in my life. I never heard of that. How come I never heard of that?
Because you're too fucking hoity-toity. Oh, you want me to go to a theater and pay money for something I can see
Where
for
would you
free?
put a second chance theater? Is it in the same theater as the first chance theater?
No. Different. You put it a smaller. You still serve popcorn.
You have to walk across a really long bridge from the first theater to the second theater.
If they made it a catwalk, that's not too bad.
Oh, that's true. Like a little a project adventure, from point A to point B.
Yeah. So make it like that, where after 3-4 weeks, while it's still in the theaters, while we're waiting for it to go to the streaming service, you can go to the theater, see it for free because you are paying a subscription price, but then you are still helping the theaters by buying their popcorn.
Love some popcorn.
We love popcorn.
We do. We sure do.
You give me some popcorn and a DDP, and I'm already paying for Netflix. We're all set.
It's my popcorn, and I need it now.
And this is also, we're going way too far into this topic. This is also how you can crack down on people that are sharing Netflix accounts. If someone tries to do it where they're not using their actual account, you can arrest them then and there.
Now you have theater cops on the job.
Theater cops. Mal Blart, theater cop. What's Kevin James up to?
Great question.
He'll be an actual theater cop. It's not even a movie this time. Remember how much our lawyer's brother loved Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Listen, some people just have a lower standard for what they consider great.
News dump. Weekend box office, another pretty bad weekend. Avatar Fire and Ash is still at number one, 5 straight weeks at number one, but it is now at $14.5 million. 28 years later, The Bone Temple coming in way under forecast. People believed that this movie could have dethroned Avatar, but it did not. It is doing well with the critics and with the audience, though. 93%, 89% on Roddy T's, 80% on Metacritic. It only made $13 million at the box office. One could say it's just a bad release date and they should have waited.
Yep, I'd agree with that. It's a bad/poor release date.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's going to have a little bit of staying power here in the next few weeks as nothing enticing is really coming out. And those reviews are going to drive some people to the theaters. For me personally, I'm going to go see this in the theater because I loved 28 Years Later, and I want some popcorn. So I'm either going to go today or tomorrow. I've heard some chatter, Goo, and apparently there's going to be a third movie in the 28 Years Later arena. I've heard some chatter that this is shaping up to be one of the best trilogies ever.
Okay. Zootopia 2, Zootopia Zoo, made $9.2 million. It has become Disney's biggest animated movie of all time worldwide, 1.7 worldwide. Got a pretty funny Instagram reel the other day, a suggested one of it was a boyfriend and a girlfriend. They're like, we're going to see Zootopia 2. And then after the movie, they're breaking up, and the girl's like, I'm sorry, I'm not as sexy as that bunny.
Judy Hopps.
Yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, you should be.
Would you take Lola or Judy Hopps?
Oh, Lola.
Yeah, that was an easy question.
Judy Hopps is like this tiny little bunny, right?
Yeah, I guess she's not a humanoid bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Lola's got curves.
Lola has curves.
And she could dribble a basketball.
She had
something I
dumps
can't
like a
do.
truck. Guys like, what?
All night long, let me see that thong. The thong. The Housemaid has crossed 100 million worldwide. Sorry, local. Not local, domestic.
Yeah, there you go. That's all. You're all around it. It finishes fourth, 8.5 million, up to $177 million worldwide. It's probably going to get close to 200. Once again, they've greenlit the sequel with Sween Dog attached. That's pretty good for that movie. I'll tell you that.
Not only that,
pretty
it's
good.
Good for Goo in the draft.
Yeah, Goo
100
got
million.
another 10 points.
100 million.
There you go.
You're going to find out what that means in a couple weeks.
Hey-o.
Marty Supreme, 5.4 million. It is A24's highest grossing film all time in the United States.
Yep, becomes the fourth A24 film all time to reach 100 million worldwide as well. And Goo, one of the more notable things in the movie is there's a scene where Kevin O'Leary says he's a vampire.
Just Kevin. Oh, I thought it was Kevin O'Leary. I thought it was Kevin Leary.
And sort of hisses at Marty the way vampires do. And apparently, in the original draft of Marty Supreme, Josh Safdie had Kevin O'Leary revealing himself to be a true vampire.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'm assuming it's because he saw Sinners and he's like, we probably can't tread on that water because there's already vampires in that movie.
True. It also, Marty Supreme borders on fantastical at times, but that would have been a whole new realm.
Yeah, I would have hated that.
Yeah.
I would have hated if it turned out he was a vampire. Also, if you're going to make vampires, they better be fucking sexy.
Well, yeah, that's not a bad point.
They gotta be sexy. And if it's fucking Troy O'Leary, that's not sexy. That's a lie. If it was Troy O'Leary, that would be sexy. He had 7 RBIs. 7 RBI. And that's another thing, too. It's just RBI. You don't say RBIs. It's not run batted ins.
Yeah, it's runs batted in.
Yes. You can say RSBI.
I mean, I'm okay with RBIs because you're still...
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You can't go RSBI.
You don't respect RBI, so I can't even talk to you about it. News up. Oscar nominations out this week.
Yep. That is going to coincide pretty well with our 2025 movie recaps. We just had our episode last week with our most anticipated movies of 2026. We're going to start to whittle down our 2025 stuff. There's still a couple movies I'd like to get to, but
okay.
On the whole, we're getting there. We're close.
Give me a timetable. When do you want to do it?
Great question.
I'm at like 40 movies, which is kind of disappointing.
I have 3 or 4 that I for sure want to watch.
Okay.
And so probably within the next 10 days I'll be done.
Okay. And then once again, it'll be either a 2 or 3-parter because I refuse to cut down questions.
I don't think that's necessary.
I'm sorry. Do you want to put out a 4-hour podcast, Mr.
I don't
Rogan?
think it's going to be that long.
News up. The Avengers Doomsday teasers. So there's 4 of them. They combined to get 1.02 billion views. This is via THR. And Robert Downey Jr. So clever. So clever. Because Doomsday and Dune 3 are currently scheduled to be released on the same date. He has said Doomsday.
Yeah.
But I will also say that when you are being paid hundreds of millions of dollars now to be in these movies, you don't have to think anymore.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's going to be obviously 90% of theater goers are going to want to go see Doomsday over Dune because you risk spoilers, right? If you don't see Doomsday over Dune, and Dune is based off material people can read and know. I also think
that the Dune audience has respect for people. Marvel audience does not have respect for spoilers.
Yeah, and I don't think there's really anything to spoil in Dune 3 is what I'm getting at. And if you don't see Doomsday in the first 3 days, that's it. If you don't see it by Sunday night,
if you don't see it by Thursday night, you're going to be told what happens.
Yeah.
News up. Sam Raimi was asked his biggest criticism of modern superhero movies and said, "They don't offer more of them to me."
I would like to chime in here Samuel, and say my biggest compliment to modern superhero movies is that they don't offer more to Sam Raimi.
I like his Spider-Mans.
I like 2 of his Spider-Mans.
That's a good amount of Spider-Mans.
I think the last Sam Raimi movie I liked was Spider-Man 2.
Oh, wow. Look at Mac. Look at Mac over there, sitting on his throne of judgment. I like Spider-Man 2 a lot. I like Spider-Man. He's one of the, if you're making a Mount Rushmore of forefathers of comic book movies, Raimi might be on there.
Not on mine.
Who's on your Mount Rushmore of comic book movie forefathers?
2 Russo brothers.
So is that on one?
Christopher Nolan?
So Nolan definitely is, but are you putting both Russos on one face?
I don't think you can do that. Is that an option?
It has to be. I'm not putting them both on there separately. We only have
I'll
4.
put 'em on there.
You can't waste it.
You can put them on there. It's not like they did one movie.
I wouldn't put either. I'd just say Feige.
Okay, there's my 4th.
That's it.
2 Russo brothers, Feige and Nolan.
I put Tim Burton. I put
Tim.
Kevin Feige. I put Michael Keaton. And then I put the other Michael Keaton.
Okay.
One is Vulture, one is Batman.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's my forefathers of comic book movie Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
News done. Hayden Christensen is a fan of the Star Wars prequel memes. He likes the one of the 2 of them, him and Padme in a field.
At least Hayden Christensen can laugh at it. You know, at least he's gotten enough flowers, received enough praise these last couple of years that he can finally admit us shitting on him for 20 years has been good.
He has felt so much love over the last handful of years that he can just do whatever he wants now. He's back in the good graces of people. They've seen what we're about to talk about, Kathleen Kennedy. They've seen what Star Wars has turned into, and they're like, you know what? Those were great days, the prequels.
I think he's ready to make Little Italy too. I think that's where he's at.
Give me Little Italy too. I'm curious where they would set it. Would they go back to Toronto, Little Italy, or would they actually make the move to the bigger Little Italy in New York?
Ooh, or maybe they go to Italy.
That's a little too big. You save that for the 3rd one.
Okay.
Call the 3rd one Big Little Italy.
Yes.
Or no, so the first one's Little Italy, bigger Little Italy, and then...
Biggest.
No, just Italy.
More...
That would be my Dark Knight. If
Work
I were
your way up to the country.
If I were to make a Mount Rushmore of Little Italy, I'd put that movie, the sequel that has not come out yet, Italy, and then
Under
Hayden
the
Christensen.
Tuscan Sun.
I would put Hayden Christensen's tiny little nipples.
Oh,
on my Mount Rushmore.
He's got small nipples.
That's what kind of took me out of the story, is that he's this big Italian fella, but little nipples. That doesn't make no sense.
Right.
They should have had like prosthetic salamis on there.
Or just real salamis.
Are your nipples salamis? Takes it off, takes a little bite. Why, yes, they are. And I'm not talking about that small, dry, hard stuff. I'm talking about like the big sloppy
The set
ones.
has a gabagool guy to just keep putting fresh nipples on.
Fresh nips. I love that movie. I recommend it to everyone. I'm not sure where you can find it. I know it was a Prime movie, but all of these streamers are trying to save money by taking stuff off. Look for Little Italy.
Sure.
News dump. Mac, what has Kathleen Kennedy said?
Kathleen Kennedy said she thinks Rian Johnson got spooked from making more Star Wars films after the backlash the response to.
Can I also say this? After having no knowledge of this, just knowing what I've seen on social media since the movie, I have never seen him back off any discussion about the movie. He is steadfast, proud of what he made, and doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks.
I'll kill you, Rian Johnson, because you won't back off, you motherfucker.
But like,
relent.
But like the confidence that he has had since that movie, I read that I'm like, what in the H is she talking about?
No, I think there is something there behind the scenes.
No, there's not.
Because he did relent after a few months, and also they had talked about this whole trilogy he was going to be given, and then that never came to. Probably because he didn't want to do it anymore, and then he started doing Netflix movies.
I think it was the studio.
I think it was a mutual. I don't think anyone broke up with anyone there. I think they both walked away.
You can tell when you watch Knives Out that Benoit Blanc was originally supposed to be a Jedi. And they just took the Star Wars stuff away.
She also claims that she thinks Ryan made one of the best Star Wars movies. Top 13 for sure. He's a brilliant filmmaker and he got spooked. So, yeah, sure.
What did Johnson say on X?
She also continued, this is the rough part. When people come into this space, every filmmaker and actor says to me, what's going to happen? They're a little scared. Like, yes, of course, it's a famous IP. People are going to have opinions. It is what it is. Ryan Johnson said, LOL, zero spooked, sorry. So there's his opinion on it.
I do like zero spooked.
Yeah, none of that was English. Although he is like Norwegian or something, or Swedish, isn't he? I don't know.
I love Looper.
Looper's great.
I love
Looper's
Looper.
great. I rewatched Looper like 6 months ago. Great movie.
Awesome.
Great movie.
Yeah. What else did Kathleen Kennedy say?
Kathleen Kennedy said on the future of Star Wars films, James Mangold's announced film is on hold, but it's an incredible script. Donald Glover has turned in a script for his Lando movie. That's all she said. He's turned it in. Simon Kinberg, who we hate. We don't want Simon Kinberg touching anything, is actively working on a trilogy of films that Dave and Linwin are very on board for. Okay, those are going to be terrible. Taika Waititi turned in a script for a film she calls hilarious and great. Now I don't know how to feel about that. And she confirms that the Hunt for Ben Solo script is on the back burner. So essentially, which we've kind of talked about briefly here these last couple weeks, Star Wars, the universe, is on hold, and they also seem to be treading lightly around the Mandalorian and Grogu. So I think, for better or worse, reaction and reviews to that movie are going to like direct where they go from here.
I'm also curious how much money they put into having a trailer for that movie during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not there, when are we going to get it, right?
Well, we've already gotten a pretty long teaser.
Yeah.
What else did Kathleen Kennedy say?
She also said no one is interested in exploring Indiana Jones right now.
I'll put my hand up and say, agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, as much as I hate you, you made me agree. You're right about that.
Couldn't agree more.
We agree to agree. Apparently 2 TV spin-off shows were in the works, and they have been put on hold indefinitely. One is an animated spin-off following the adventures between the movies. The second is a live-action prequel show following Indiana Jones's mentor. We were all asking for that. And when asked about these projects, a Lucasfilm spokesperson declined to discuss projects that are in development. So there you go.
You know what I actually would like from the Indiana Jones timeline story?
What's that?
Not really explored, but like just when he's teaching classes. So none of the adventures, just the lectures.
Sure. Yeah, you want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punching pies and shit. News up. Kristen Milioti and Glenn Powell will star in Judd Apatow's new comedy for Universal. The film is about a country western star in a free fall. This is via Deadline. Is this Mac's favorite movie, A Star is Born?
Listen, if they're able to replicate A Star is Born somehow, I'm in. I like both these people. I like Christine Milioti. I like Glenn Powell. Sure, sign me up.
I also love Milioti in comedic roles as well, not just the serious Batman stuff.
Yep, strong agree.
News up. Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist movie will release on March 12th, 2027 in theaters. Scarlett Johansson and Jacoby Jupe.
Is Jacoby Jupe Noah Jupe's younger brother?
I thought it was the Royals pitcher. Isn't there a Royals pitcher named Jupe?
Jacob Jupe.
Yeah.
Or Jacob Junis? Is that what you're thinking of?
Jupe-da-doop. Jupe-da-doop-da-doop.
I didn't know they were remaking The Exorcist. I'm curious if Scarlett Johansson's going to be playing the mom or like the representative from the church.
I mean, she's got to be trying to get back in front of what's her name there for movie
Zoe
money.
Saldana. Well,
Zoe Saldana.
An Exorcist remake is not going to help her.
Have you seen the first one? Pretty spooky. People like it. News dump. First trailer for The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins, a new comedy series from the 30 Rock creators, starring Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe. This follows an NFL superstar banned from the league who hires a filmmaker to make a documentary on his life. I missed this.
So Tracy Morgan is playing the band superstar. Radcliffe's playing the filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest, the trailer does not look good, Q.
That's good.
The trailer does not make this look good. However, like, Tracy Morgan is one of the few unique individuals where I just have to give everything he does a chance because he's so unique. And I also don't think his comedy plays up well in a 2-minute trailer. Like, I need to see him in the setting and contextually. So I'm hoping this is good. I don't think it's going to be, but I'm hoping.
What is the last movie that you saw a professional athlete banned from their sport?
Oh, good question. I'm trying to think of someone that did a murder or got caught gambling. I don't know.
In a movie, I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm not sure.
The answer? Juwanna Man.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to fact check you.
News dump. And finally, we got a trailer for Euphoria Season 3. This is a flash forward a handful of years, 7 years, I don't know, from Season 2. See a lot of Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney is now an OnlyFans model, and she's marrying the tall Australian guy.
Jake Elordi.
Yeah, there you go. Zendaya is there. The other people are still there. I don't know. Are you still going to watch this show? How are we going to do this?
Depends on if my wife sees it, but because I'm not turning it on my own.
I mean, I haven't been able to do it for 4 or 5 years, but one of my great Sunday night enjoyments was seeing Reddit reacting to Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria. So I'm happy to have
my first thought immediately when she was dressed like a dog was the dean from Community looking at pictures of Dalmatians on his laptop and saying, I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
I don't know. I don't like. Let's look at the recent examples of television shows that have taken 3, 4, 5 years to come up with a sequel season. Have any of them nailed it?
Probably not, but I do like SNL had a sketch. It was cut for time. It was like 7 minutes long, so definitely not enough time to put this on. It also wasn't good enough, but it was also right up my alley. They were writing Euphoria Season 3. They had a writer's room, and they brought in someone to punch up some jokes, and it was a writer from Reba. So they were taking really serious Euphoria storylines, and the guy's like, what if instead of Rue being an alcoholic, she's a chocoholic instead?
I'm just picturing Jack McBrayer in the role.
So it was, what's his name? The guy that does the impressions. He has 3 names. Austin Johnson.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So he was doing that.
Yeah.
It was very good, and he kept on calling Sydney Sweeney the chesty one. I don't know if I'd recommend the sketch, but when you're doing Reba jokes, I'm in.
Yeah, why not?
News dump. That'll do it for News Dump. Check us out at the end of the week for something. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Have you seen anything recently?
I mean, I've watched stuff recently, but we've already talked about them. I'm bone temple.
Have you started Pluribus yet?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I told you can talk about it.
Yeah, but I only want to talk about it for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We can put it in a what have you been watching lately? Because you've already talked about Roofman. You've already talked about Caught Stealing.
Did you see Caught Stealing?
I did.
Did you love it or hate it?
I'm middling. What I like about it, what I respect about it is took a lot of chances.
It sure did.
Yeah, I respect that.
I thought it was pretty terrible.
You know what I like? Well, they should have changed the title to Twist. Twist the movie.
I don't know. Like, it feels like Austin Butler's in a different movie than everyone else.
Did you like his baseball swing?
No, it's terrible.
I didn't like it.
Terrible swing.
Don't get me wrong.
That took me out of it, number one. And then number two, he is so serious in the movie. And everyone else is like playing like a caricature of a character.
His swing was way too long.
It was very flat, too.
It was very flat.
Mm-hmm.
He got a hold of a couple.
It's really elbowy as well.
I'm saying this right now. My birthday's coming up. I know my wife is listening. All I want to do for my birthday is go to one of those simulators where I can swing at Fenway Park.
I haven't seen one in the area. I don't know where they are.
I might just go to Dick's Sporting Goods. They have one there.
Just work up a sweat in the cage.
But you know what else I really, really want is I want to go to one. I want her to book it for me for an hour, but she and my son both have to sit there and watch me. That has to be a part of the birthday gift. That's all I want.
Just swing it out of your shoes every pitch.
Out of my shoes. I'm swinging a little bit early because I got to get that monster.
Yeah.
I got to get my pops.
Yeah. One of these days, you're going to be able to take batting practice at Fenway. One of these days.
One of these days, I contact Fryer constantly. I'm like, get me in that media game. And he's like, you got to do this and this first.
Do you think if they gave you 15 swings, you could put one out over the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Put it off the wall. I'm
You
definitely
hit the wall. It's
I'm
the
putting
height.
it off the wall.
Because you can't really hit a laser beam over it unless you're getting 90 miles per hour in. If you're only getting 70 miles per hour in, you're going to have to hit a light
How much
power type of homer.
power am I generating here?
Right.
I still have good torque.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I have better torque now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But I am turning 37.
I may try to go lefty and wrap one around the pole.
You're not even a natural lefty.
Listen, I hit lefty once in high school.
You know what I would do?
I hit the ball about 2 feet, but
okay,
I didn't strike out.
my natural skill is going opposite field. What if I just try and poke it around the pesky pole?
Oh yeah, a little side spin on it.
A little inside out.
Sure.
Punch it.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 home runs in JV, so
It's pretty good.
put me on the Mount Rushmore of people who have 2 home runs in JV baseball. Not many do, because most get called right up to varsity and they skip JV.
Yeah, that was more than me. That's for sure.
All right, news dump.